So I need to feed my sourdough starter. Good morning, you guys. My brain, I need to make some, I need to do my sourdough starter. I have a list of things that I want to do. However, I also want to start taking down Christmas, and that's a process. So in the past, I wake up in the morning and I start that, right? I just start it. However, I have some videos I need to edit. I have my reading journal. I have 2 books I need to enter and make spreads for. If I don't do it now, it's not going to happen. And I need to film an empties video. Those need to get done, or else I'm not going to want to do it, which is frustrating. My brain, past few days, has been in stuck mode. So basically, I had been stuck, like last week, I had been stuck in getting the spreadsheet done, my wax spreadsheet. I know myself well enough to know that, first of all, entering the wax that I have melted starting in January can't be done until that spreadsheet is updated and transferred over to the 2026 spreadsheet. Instead of doing like, okay, I'm going to work on this for a couple of hours and then move on to household things, my brain just was like, I couldn't move on. So the spreadsheet is done. I'm just transferring over the starter to this jar. And then what I'm going to do with this jar is I'll just find things like make crackers with it and waffles, whatnot. So I don't leave a whole lot. As you can see, I don't leave a whole lot into my, when I feed my sourdough. So my brain, I just couldn't move on, you guys. So that's done. And then the reading journal kicked in, doing the 2026 reading journal. I don't want it to be, I started really good with my 2025 reading journal and then didn't keep up on it. And then when it was time to update it or work on it, I was so far behind that I didn't have the energy. I became lazy about it. And I didn't want that either. So the office is a mess because I have the table pulled out with all of my journaling stuff, papers, stickers, all of that. And hi, good morning. Yes. So I have 2 books to enter in and get those pages done. And then I can start working on that room. So since that's done, that's good. But in the meantime, other things have fallen to the wayside. I have clothes upstairs that I've, the doom pile of clothes, which is lately has been very typical of me, and I don't like that. I've been doing really well about putting everything away and staying on top of all the things. So my brain was just like, okay, I was just thinking, let's Saturday and Sunday, let's just finish editing videos. So that's done. Let's get the reading journal done. So that's done. And then focus on cleaning the house and my room. But I want to take down this Christmas stuff. We are on the 10th of January right now. And I'm ready. I am ready to move on. However, I don't have an in-between. We're gonna walk and talk. I don't have an in-between season decor. I have spring, summer combo, Halloween, fall Halloween, and then Christmas. So we're going to be a week into January and I'm going to be decorated for spring, summer, which I don't care. It's not like I have people coming over all the time. And I got some new warmers that I am wanting to get out of boxes. And just kind of freshen. Let me see if this works better. I'm trying to find, good lighting. Okay, so hello. Okay. Anyways, I have new warmers that I would like to put out. Yeah, so I'm just like, I don't know, you guys. It's going to take a hot minute because I'm going to do things different when it comes time for me to put the sun's just at a really bad angle right now. Is that a little bit better? Slightly, I guess. So for my Christmas stuff, I think what I'm gonna do is I've always kept like the linens, the hand towels, like all of that up in my linen closet, but that's just chaotic up there. So what I might do today is start the process of taking all the linens, what needs to be washed, I will wash. And I think what I'm gonna do is vacuum seal it and put it in, find a box. I have plenty of boxes. So vacuum seal it, put it in a box and label it and take it to storage. So that frees up space in my linen closet. And I can't really do the warmers. You guys, this place is gonna be a mess. Like I said, when I take stuff down and put things up, when I switch seasons, my countertop is just packed with warmers and fragiles and all of that. And then I gotta go to storage and I have to grab all the Christmas stuff, bring it here, start putting stuff away, take it back to storage. And then as I start having room in the garage, again, grab my next season boxes and stuff. So it's it's going to take me a while. It's going to take me a few days because I also don't want that to be like, I have other things I need to do in between there. I just need to decide is it so important that, putting my clothes on a hanger and putting it into the closet, that's going to take all of 10 minutes out of my day. Is that a big deal? Is that going to you know what I mean? It's Stephanie, take that 10 minutes, take a break from the storage and the Rochambeau, put that away, start some laundry. Like I can do these little things that I need to mentally just stay on top of to feel like I'm doing something in between the Rochambeauing, if that makes any sense. So I think I'm going to give myself some grace. I'm going to make myself some coffee. This will be my second cup. I've been up since about 5:30 and it is 8:30. So doing good. Just got done walking the dog. So I'm going to give myself some grace, and I don't need to start at 5:30 a.m. to start switching things out. There's things I can do now. Well, rewind. I'm going to finish the 2 pages, my 2 book spreads. I'm going to do that. I'm also going to go to, there's an antique store. She opens at 10. Last time I was there was this really cute, apothecary drawers. I think there was 4 or 6 drawers. I think that would be really good to store some of my journaling stuff. That's my other issue, is I need my journal stuff. I have a lot, but I don't have, as I'm working on my journal pages, my spreads, I'm like, I need this. I don't have this. I want this kind of sticker and I don't have them. But I need to I need to clean up that space after I'm done with those 2 pages. And that's going to take a little while. So, I'm going to work on the 2 spreads. I'm going to look at the videos that I have, edit a couple videos, or I'm going to do my empties video and then get that edited and ready for tomorrow. And then work on the 2 hauls that I have up until, I won't have time. I was going to say up until 10 o'clock. I don't know. We're just going to wing it. I mean, why not let's just, wherever the chaotic winds want to take me, I guess. But let's start off with some coffee. Let's start off with the 2 pages and then go from there. Because at about 10 o'clock, I'm heading to, I have stuff in the car I need to take to donation. Okay. It's going to be an adventure, you guys. Anyone else do that? Anyone else just kind of okay. Maybe I just haven't had enough coffee. I know I didn't sleep the best either. And when you don't get the sleep, like the good sleep, your brain just does not want to work. And my notification, my Garmin notified me that there were 2 things that were out of the norm. And one of them was my HRV, my heart rate something. And it was low, which means I guess it's a sign of high blood pressure or stress. And I think it's because I've been like mulling over the past couple of days. So I think that's what it is. And then when you don't get like good sleep, then that is also a thing. Okay, so let's move on to first of all, what am I going to melt today? Right now I have from Scentsy, I have vanilla barnwood and pink berry sandalwood going in alternating warmers. And that's smelling good. I'm getting whiffs of that every now and then because Mike is gone and I can have the heater up a little bit more than usual because it's kind of cold outside. And so I can smell that a little bit, but I had that incense yesterday. So I want to change it, but I just don't know what I'm going to change it to. And that'll be included in my empties. So we'll find out. But first, let's get started on those book spreads and get that going. That way, I mean, it's 8:40 something. I have a watch. Stephanie, you have a watch. It's 8:59. So let's get started on this book spread so I can get the heck out of here at a decent time and drop off donation, head to the antique store, get that, come back home, work on other things. Kayla has to go to work from 1 to 5, so I need to make sure that I drop her off. I also have to drop books off at the library. I'll do that after I dropped her off at work. And then come back here. Sometime in between there, I'm going to start washing these linens, tablecloths, hand towels, pot holders. I'm going to start doing that. Yeah, okay. Let's get started on something a little more fun. Okay. All right, so as you can see, here's the mess. Desk is behind me. The hutch is a mess. Like, it's all a mess. So, it's another thing, like, I will not be able to, like, this has to be clean. This is also kind of giving me anxiety. And the fact that I don't have a good storage system at the moment because I have so much wax. So I would like to have more storage space in these drawers down here. Soon, well, there's no wax in there. It's just getting it organized and finding containers and storage to put this stuff in that can go in there. Because I don't want to get to a point where this stuff is taking over like my wax was. And I can't do that. Yeah. So I'm just trying to decide how I'm going to do that. And what am I going to do? How am I going to do this spread? Because I don't want to do two. I love this paper, you guys. How pretty is that? This toile is so freaking pretty, and I want to use it for my Outlander page spread. I just finished Outlander 1, the book, and that is going to, or do I want a lighter one so you can see what I'm writing? I don't know. You know what? Screw it. I'm just gonna, whatever. I'm just gonna do this. We'll make it work because I have the Outlander book in here. I think it's in here. Yes. I mean, and I want it to stand out. So, okay. All right. So I'm going to get these pages done, and then we're going to work on yeah, let's just start with the 2 pages and go from there. So, okay. Hi guys. Okay, so I went to the antique store and she was rearranging stuff and said that she was not going to be open today. So that errand went out the window. However, I had just left Savers or thrift store, and because I had some donations to do, and turned my tushy around and went to Savers, which I probably should not have done because that took an hour and a half. Because, you know, while I'm there, looking for storage, vintage old storage for all this stuff. I was looking for other things. So, yeah. So came back, picked up Kayla, took her to work. And now I have one more book to add to my my January spread for books read, and I have an empties video. So let's talk about the empties that I did this week. And while I'm at it, let's talk about how I did last year. Okay. For my melting. Let's see here. Do I have an original 2025? Okay, well, I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad I wrote stuff down. So let's talk about real quick about what I went through. So I started off in January 2025 with 2,192 pieces. Now, I am not the best at logging in samples all the time. Sometimes I'll log in a sample and sometimes I won't. And as I have been updating to 2026, I noticed that there are scents that it says I have when I know I don't have, and sizes it says I have when I know I don't have. So that's going to be a project for another day. I'm trying to do the best I can as I was updating to 2026. So anyways, I started off with 2,192 pieces of wax, bars, loaves, whatever, each individual. And I finished off the year with 2011. So is it the best? No, it's not the best, but it's down. So I brought in a lot of wax. However, not as much. So if you guys remember last year, I spent close to $20,000 on wax. That is a no bueno. That will never happen again. And it didn't happen again. I spent this year less than $5,000 on wax. So I think cutting out a lot of the nonsense, a lot of the FOMO, not going on all the D-stash sites, not going on the pages. Like, I did really freaking good. So I'm happy with that. My goal is to bring my numbers down even more. What I brought in down and what's leaving up. So that's where that is. Currently, I am at, and this is just, I know that the numbers are weird. I'm at 1,973 pieces of wax. With this, thanks, Martha. With this spreadsheet, I've been, pieces of wax as well as ounces. So that was a process as well. I have total ounces is 14,473. It's a lot when you put it that way. When I first put in these numbers, it said how many months to your goal of my target size stash is 500. So with my current stash of 1,973, well, before that, when I first entered in everything before I adjusted what was right, what was wrong, there's still some wrongs in there. It said 1,900 and something years. I went, I don't have that many years. So it kind of made me panic. But as I have been entering in what I melt in a day, what I've been doing, I'm now at 503 years and 10 months. Obviously, as I continue to melt, that's going to be a lot less. Now, at the end of December, I did purchase some more wax from Scentsy. Not a whole lot. I think I just brought in like 20. Why is that? Oh my gosh, you guys. I need to get rid of one thing or another. That's so weird. Purchase and pre-orders. Yes, it arrived. That's so weird. Okay. Let me update this real quick. Okay. So, so far, wait a minute. There we go. Okay. I'm going to say bye-bye to that thing because I'm just confusing myself. Okay. So, so with that goal of bringing in less, melting more, however, the end of December, I did make a Scentsy purchase because there were some warmers that I wanted. I wanted to kind of update some of the warmers that I had for decorating my house. And there was some scents that I absolutely wanted to stack up on because I am not going to let either of my clubs ship for a hot minute, probably about 6 months or more. Because I got to get all this wax down, and like so much so that the drawers that you see here, like all of my Scentsy can fit on that, not here and here. So that's the goal. So either of my clubs are going to ship until 6 months from now. So there's some scents that I really wanted before that. However, I also know myself well enough to know that as spring, summer comes around, my nose is kind of changing. I'm kind of wanting more like perfumey scents, as you will see here in my melting. So far in January, I have melted 47 pieces. So 47 out and 29 in. My goal is to bring 20 pieces, or not my goal, but my limit is 20 pieces a month. So I brought in 29. I melted 47. So that's good. My ounces out are 276 ounces out. So I'm really happy with that. Okay, so speaking of out, let's talk about what I melted. I am going to talk about Scentsy first, and then we're going to move on to vendor. And I've got a trash bag here, so I can leave that box. Sorry. Okay, so let's talk about Welcome Summer. So this one I did in my laundry room. I have a jar up in my laundry room. And I use like scents that I normally wouldn't put up in my house, around the house. I typically just, why is that telling me it's whatever. Okay. I'm gonna have to deal with that later. Okay, so let's talk about welcome summer. It's not a dupe. I don't know what is going on. Okay, welcome summer is watermelon, plumera, and tropical waters. I enjoyed this one in my laundry room. I definitely pick up the where are you at again? The plumera and the tropical waters. I absolutely picked that up. Watermelon, yes, but it's not a sweet watermelon. It's just like, I don't want to say like the rind, but kind of like the rind of a watermelon is what I get. This is strong, you guys. This was perfection in my laundry room. And, you know, if I run out of other scents that I would rather have in my laundry room, then I would pick some of that up again. I don't know if I would necessarily go out and search for it, but it was really good. I enjoyed it. What I did upstairs is I got through 2 sugar and spice. So sugar and spice, I was kind of unsure about this. When you smell it, like in here, you think, oh my God, this is going to be so strong. So this is crunchy candy coating, black licorice, and spice herbal, sweetie spice herbal. And you absolutely, it smells like you have the gumdrops, like the spicy, sugary gumdrops, and you've bitten into the black licorice one. That's what it reminds me of. This was really pretty, but you guys, this is not the first time I've melted this, and it's not as strong as you think it is. If you don't like black licorice, don't get this because you can smell it, but you do also pick up like the sugar and the herbal, the spicy herbal. It was fun. It was pretty. I got that in clearance. I don't know if I would pick it up again. Okay. I got through 2 vanilla suedes. This was also upstairs. One of my favorites. Vanilla suede, vanilla, amber, sandalwood, and spice. I love this one. It's in my club. It's just, there's a slight sweetness to this. Maybe it's the vanilla that's making me think sweet. But this is so cozy, a great performer. This one was able to cut through when Mike is home. He loves the loft open and it is freezing upstairs. And this cut through, no heater, windows open, 50 degrees outside, 65 degrees inside upstairs. So this was able to cut through that and it was so good. So good. Okay. And then in the office, I did in the living room, open concept, I did Wrapped in Lights. I was unsure about Wrapped in Lights. This is sparkling lemon, pomegranate, and mulled spices. On cold, I was like, I don't know. Yeah, it just kind of smelled a little cleaner-ish to me with that lemon. And I will tell you, this is not the same size as a regular brick. Don't let them fool you. You're getting less. Because with a brick, I can do my open concept and some warmers in here. Not all of them, but some warmers in here. This didn't even get me. I got to 2 warmers here in the entryway. And that was it. So, but you guys, on warm, this was so freaking good. And I, so much so that I put it in my club. Like I was like, oh, I hope this is still available. And I added it to my club. This was so, so pretty. It was bright. It was, that citrusy, but it was a little bit of spice. It was so Christmassy and perfect for a sunny day. This was fantastic. I absolutely loved it. Yeah, on cold, I don't like it on cold, but on warm, oh, so good. So then what I ended up doing in here is I got through 2 Stroopwafel Delights. Oh, you guys, this was so good. This was a perfect caramel bakery. This just performed amazing. I have no more left. So vanilla, melted butter, and cinnamon. You guys, there's caramel. There's a gooiness to this, and the butter for sure. It was just outstanding. Performed well, performed all day. And then the next day when I turned on my warmers and the next morning, and I was in here trying to get stuff situated, and I could still smell it. So that was fantastic. And then I did alternating. I did 3 bars of breakfast in bed. You guys know that's one of my all-time favorites. I need to find the scent notes for that. It's like pumpkin and breakfast in bed, warm pumpkin pastry, black raspberry, and sweet cinnamon drizzle. One of my favorites, you guys. Oh, it is that bakery. It's like it just gives me like a pumpkin scone vibe. And then on the side you have that drizzle. Oh, it's so good. So I did that. Alternating warmers. I did brown butter pumpkin. So brown butter pumpkin is melted butter, brown sugar, and pumpkin. So this was a good complementary bakery scent. Long laster as well. I will say that this one, the butter really came through on warm, and that was so nice. So I did 3 of those. And then I didn't do every single warmer in the hallway because I wanted some of that in here. And I just ended up grabbing pumpkin marshmallow to kind of fill in the warmers in here. So pumpkin marshmallow is sticky sweet marshmallow spooned onto fresh baked pumpkin. And I would say, yes, this is almost, I wouldn't say body care vibe, but it's not overly sweet, overly bakery, but it is really, really pretty. And then yesterday, I got through 8 bars, alternating warmers, every single warmer down here. I did pink berry sandalwood. So pink berry sandalwood. I don't know where my notes are on that, but okay. Sure. Do I have, Stephanie, pink berry, fresh cherry, tonka bean, and sandalwood. This is not overly strong. It's not, this is sweet. It's on the soft side. It's almost kind of perfumey. So pretty. I just wanted something not bakery yesterday, just something light and feminine and fruity, so to speak. So I did that with 4 bars of the vanilla barnwood. So vanilla barnwood is barnwood, sweet vanilla, and amber. This was a great combination, you guys. Neither of these are like a 9, 10, at least downstairs. It wasn't, number one, because Mike was home and I had the heater on maybe to 70 degrees. So it was still kind of chilly, and this was not strong enough to quite cut through that. I think, well, I know because this morning when Mike left for work, I turned the heater on to like 72 degrees to get that chill off. And these I could smell much better. So I know how these work. I've melted these quite a few times throughout the year, throughout the seasons. And yeah. I mean, yesterday I could smell it, but I knew that it could work better. So these don't quite cut through the cold, but they still performed well. Okay, let's talk about vendors. So I melted, what did I melt it with? I melted with, I think this is what I did. Yes. Okay, so also throughout the whole house, where are my glasses? Throughout the whole house, all the warmers, I did a combination. From Britta's, I did Wicker Man, which is Beach Nights, Pretzel, and Fire Roasted Marshmallow. This one is from 2024. This was a loaf. And then I alternated with Teddy B's Basic Witch. So Basic Witch is vanilla latte, whipped coffee, roasted marshmallows, pecan waffles, and beach treats. This was good. I would say that it was about a 6 on strength and throw, and longevity was maybe 8 or 9 hours. Britta's died a lot faster than the Teddy B's, but I mean, it was still a pretty scent. I knew what I was searching for with the scent. I knew what I was going to be getting. So it worked well. Do I wish these were stronger? Yeah, I was hoping for something more stronger, but I knew that wasn't going to happen with Mike home and it cold in the living room. For me, cold. And what was I going to say? Oh, and either way, I've got to melt this stuff. So that's what I did with that. Then I did alternating warmers as well, because I don't have so I've got Candle Nurse, and with these bags, there's 18 shapes in there, and I don't have 2 of any of the same scent. So I tried to pick something complementary so I could have a shape in every warmer. So the first one is Milkwood and Ember. So this is fire roasted marshmallow, berries, smoked vanilla embers, tonka bean, mahogany, and Palo Santo. And then I did Candlelit Feast, which is apple orange, buttery notes, pumpkin, ginger, cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, vanilla, caramel, sugar, cream, and musk. So there's that. They smelt really strong in the bag, but you guys, I got hardly any throw. Anything. This one I should have absolutely smelled. Absolutely. And then this one was a little more creamier, a little more heavier. So I just thought like that would be a fun balance. So I thought, okay, I don't know why that didn't work. Let's think about how often you've melted Candle Nurse. What's going on? I did notice the next day that when I was cotton balling my wax, that as it was melted in some of the warmers, in the majority of my warmers, the dish is bigger and it was very little. I needed more wax in the warmers. So, which tells me that I need to buy 2 of 1 cent and do like 1.5 cubes, 1.5 shapes in some of these warmers, possibly even 2, to get some good throw, because one cube, one shape was not working. I needed more wax. So for my house, I needed more wax. So what I did is I had a loaf of the writer. This is peach, plum, peony, violet, leather, patchouli, and vanilla. So I had 1 loaf of this, and what I did was I did less warmers and more wax. So that worked beautifully. So now I know either buy 2 of these so I can put 1.5 to 2 in every single warmer, or less warmers, 1.5 pieces of wax, however that works. But that worked much better. So that's the thing about you're testing what's working, what's not working, what scents work in your house, what scents don't work in your house. And, you know, I knew from past experience that what was going on was not typical. So that's when I was like, okay, what do I need to do? Well, I need to do more wax, less warmers, or more wax, all the warmers. Either way, I need more wax, but I don't need more wax at the moment. Okay, working through these stupid bee bars from L3. This is Sugar Cookie Royal Eggnog Vanilla Buttercream Frosting. So I put this in, was it yesterday? I don't remember what I put it in. I did end up switching it out for something else. Oh, so I switched it out. You guys, I couldn't smell this at all. It was in every single warmer and I could not smell it at all. So that's when I did the vanilla barnwood and sandalwood, pinkberry sandalwood. So couldn't tell you how this worked, how long it was, because I couldn't smell it. Upstairs, I did the usual suspects. This one is one of my favorites. I don't think I have any more. This is blackberry jam, buttery shortbread cookies, toasted marshmallows on a campfire, and sweet strawberry pound cake. This was $6.24.23. I had this in a bag because if you see, she's busted. But oh my goodness, I can still smell it upstairs in my bedroom. So good, so good. Love that one. That strawberry comes through. The bakery comes through, but there's like this extra feminine perfumey scent that comes through. It's so pretty. Okay, I also did upstairs. This is candy corn parfait from Sassy Girl. This is from 11/23. This is creamed butter, honey, brown sugar, caramel, and vanilla. This was fantastic. I would absolutely get this again. The butter, the honey, like it was just so creamy. Oh, so good. So creamy, buttery, gooey, cozy, fantastic. And then I did upstairs also Myers cupcakes. So black licorice, vanilla cupcakes, caramel, buttercream frosting. You guys, this one lasts so long. Don't let the black licorice scare you. Yes, it's there, but it's not the prominent note. And after day 2, it just becomes almost like this just beautiful gourmand perfumey scent. It is so cozy. I don't know if I have any more. I don't know. I hope I do, because I don't. So this is one I will absolutely eventually repurchase when it comes time for me to repurchase. I need to put that on the side. Fantastic. All right. And what I ended up choosing today in every single warmer out in the living room, and what was left over, a few warmers in here, all three of my panettone fruitcake, which is rum, raisin, orange, red fruits, vanilla, and coconut. So far, I've only had it in for about 45 minutes, but so far that fruit is coming out. You see that stickiness, you guys? It's so sticky. I don't know what that is, but this is the only label that's like that. Yeah, it's like it got wet. See that? Which I don't care, whatever. So yeah, so far I'm smelling the fruits, and it's like the dark, absolutely like a rum raisin cake, or yeah, like a fruit cake. Absolutely. It's sunny outside, but it is so cold, and I am absolutely loving the scent so far. However, it's only been 45 minutes, so we'll see what happens as it warms up. Will that fruit, will it be like maraschino cookie from Scentsy, where you get that fruit right off the bat and then it dies down? We'll find out. But there's that. So that is it. That's what I have warmed in the week. Second week. Hold on. From Sunday the 4th to Saturday the 10th. That is what I have warmed. I will try to keep up on filming every Saturday and uploading my empties video on Sundays. I hope you enjoy the beginning of this video, and I need to take my linens, my Christmas linens, and get those in the wash and get other things done. So, okay, so part of me was just like unsure about, I'm just gonna put these here for right now. It's just gonna be a big mess, and I know it. Like, that's the thing I hate, is the mess before the clean. I don't know if I'm going to be using those on this table or not. The baubles need to be put into a bag. And because of that green, I don't know if I'm going to be using those in my spring decor, my spring summer decor. Let's get this candle right here. So this is Christmas. That's so it's the part I hate with Rochambeau stuff, is just the counter. Like, the counter is usually the very last thing to be cleaned, because I'm putting stuff on there, whether stuff that needs to be boxed away or stuff that needs to be decorated with. And it just gives me anxiety. Okay, so these I know I don't need to wash because I put this up after Christmas. So that's a good thing. What will need to be washed are my bed linens. Oh, cool. It's 100% cotton. I got this from April Cornell. that website has all kinds of great, beautiful linens and aprons and towels. I know that they have clothes, but I'm probably not going to purchase any clothes from them, but I hear that they're comfortable and they're cute. So, but some of it's really kind of not my style. Okay, so that'll be easy. So one of the things that I have changed, one of the habits, is my laundry. I used to wait until my laundry basket was overflowing. And you guys, it was so stressful to do laundry. I loved doing laundry. It was just putting it away. So I would end up with like piles like this that I hated putting away. I hated folding the clothes. I hated putting them away. So one of the habits I started doing is once a week, no matter what was in, how much or how little, once a week, every Monday, I do laundry. How cute is this, you guys? This is Dale of Norway. So it's a vintage wool cardigan. Love that thing so much. It is so warm. So that was making my life so much easier because stuff would come out of the dryer and I wouldn't feel overwhelmed. I would immediately hang it up and put it away. And in like less than 5 minutes, I was done versus this huge project, this huge daunting project of standing here. It would get to a point, you guys, where it would take me 45 minutes to an hour to put all my clothes away. And it was so stressful. It was stressful in my closet. The doom piles all over. It just was so stressful. And I think that's been part of my problem is since we've been back, is getting back into the swing of things, getting back on track with everything has been hard. And so obviously these 3 piles of clothes shows. Can I just talk about this sweater? You guys, this is so soft, such a romantic, like I'm thinking snowflakes or daisies. Like it's just perfect. This is from Sezane, Sezane, and so pretty, so soft. It is wool, kid mohair, wool, and polyamide or whatever, I don't know, but you guys, so pretty. I will say I really do enjoy Sezane's their sweaters. I have a couple of their pants, their corduroy pants. So pretty, so nice. They are expensive, but those are pieces you need to be intentional with. And if you take care of them, like those are pieces that are just going to last you forever. And that's what natural. That's what I'm trying to do more of in my closet, as much as possible. I will tell you that the sweater I'm wearing now is not, but it is so soft. And I love this sweater so much. We got it in downtown Disney. when we went. There's a shop called Curl Surf Curl, and that's they don't have a website. So if you find something there, you might want to get it because you're not going to find it anywhere else. Kind of gives me almost Hollister beachy vibes. It's very Southern California beachy. But when I saw this sweater, I was like, I gotta get it. I love these patterns. And with this color, this is something I can wear all year round. So okay, just like that, my doom pile is done. So that makes me feel better. Now, next project. Let's get new sheets, new comforters on the bed. I don't know what I'm going to be quote unquote decorating because I don't really have New Year's. I don't necessarily have those were just put on so I can keep those. I don't have necessarily Valentine's Day, but I do have kind of toile. So maybe I will do that. And the cool thing about having the blanket on top of the comforter is I don't need to wash this comforter. All I got to do is fold it and put it away. Okay, I think I figured it out. We're gonna do a soft romantic. These sheets, you guys, are 100% Viscose Organic. I think that's what it says. Yes, Viscose from Organic Bamboo. And it's from Quince. You guys, these are almost like satin silk, but oh, they're so soft. They're so cozy. Keep you warm, keep you cool, like all the things. Such a great sheet set. All my sheets are from Quince, because I do like the linen. Try to sleep on natural. Eventually we're going to get a new mattress. But in the meantime, yeah, I'd like to get a new mattress. It would be good. Okay. This is the part. This is my least favorite part. The bed is made. All right, you guys, my camera died yesterday while I was making the bed. Rochambeau in the bed. So here we are. And today is Sunday, the 11th, and it is time to start taking Christmas stuff down. Okay, bye.